So, with that being said, and I want this to be made clear, I'm out on the ACC. I'm out. Even Georgia Tech. They're not winning the national championship this year. None of those teams are. We thought Miami was going to be something special. They had such a strong start to the season. Now it's just like, all right, like, yeah, sure, you might go 10-2, but are you really that scary? Because I look at a 9-3 SEC team or a potentially 9-3 Michigan team, or a potential 9-3 USC team, and I go, these teams would probably win. That's a hypothetical, though. We don't go off those, allegedly. But here are the ACC standings projections and my conference championship prediction. My first prediction is that Georgia Tech plays Virginia. And so, obviously, the question mark there is Virginia needs their quarterback back for their upcoming game versus Duke. But based on the schedule, based on the upcoming, I base all of this, I don't want to go too much into it, but I base these off of the remaining schedules for Virginia and all these ACC teams. But based off of that, I would say Virginia has the best chance to win out if they get their quarterback back. My second prediction is Georgia Tech versus Miami. Miami has to beat Pittsburgh on the road in Week 14 to do this. The rest of their games, I think they can win. I don't believe they are 500 opponents that they're playing besides Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh's has the toughest road. So I just eliminated them from the discussion because they're probably going to lose to Notre Dame. I know it's an outlier. But then the rest of their schedule, you're like, oof. Like, damn. So I don't, unless Pittsburgh just proves that they're the almighty ACC team, then, and I hope they do, but I don't see them overcoming Virginia or Miami in those two possibilities. And you'll notice that Georgia Tech's in all three of these. The rest of the Georgia Tech's games are gimmies. They should not drop them. And then, of course, at the end of the year, they play an in-state rivalry game against Georgia, which doesn't matter in terms of ACC conference standings. It doesn't. And then my third prediction is Georgia Tech versus SMU at 9-3. The only reason I have two of SMU's losses are Big 12 teams. Like I mentioned before, it was Baylor and TCU. Now within their conference, they're 5-1. So if they were to make it to 9-3 between Pittsburgh and SMU has the better chance to win out and play second with a tiebreaker over Miami because SMU beat Miami. I believe that should be how it works. You're bouncing around on me, damn. So those are my three predictions. Now, the most likely one, like I mentioned, is Georgia Tech versus Virginia in the ACC Conference Championship, to which I would believe Georgia Tech pulls out with a victory there. They're coming off a game versus Georgia. I'm sure they'll lose that one if I had to guess, knowing that I'm out on the ACC. So, all right.